And now it works for some reason. Okay, so for this stream, I'm going to implement the player moving their ship in between systems. So at the moment we have free roam over the galaxy map. I do not want that. I want it like the old Spore game, if anybody remembers that, where you hop from system to system using up fuel. So I'm going to dive in. And probably not talk much. The Galaxy Map Interaction Handler is where we'll do it. I do not have the chat open. That should do it. Hello, how are you doing? It certainly can be, as long as you have your fundamentals down, you'd mostly do okay. So that's roughly the 4 steps we need to take in order to implement this. So we can hover over systems, no problem. Just need a new line renderer for that. So. What would that be called? Travel line renderer? Does that make sense? If I can just remember where I hover over the system. Might just be in here. Hello, Minecliffs. So if we hover over the star system here, so this is where we want it. Show the render for the travel. Also want like a light year distance text. I need to organize these variables a bit better. System hovered. Canvas makes more sense. Let's see, travel line renderer. We need the current system if we have it. Selected star system, that will do it. Transform position. So that should be the first one complete. Well, yet to test it, but that should work. Fuel. fuel required text. How do we want to do the distance between the systems, which I've already done somewhere else? But it could just be a simple case of grabbing the distance between these selected star systems. Use that instead. Let's just separate this. So between the current star system we are in, or selected, and the hovered star system. Is that right? Yes, the hovered star system. Show the text of your required. I don't think we need to show the distance, just the fuel that's required. So I have multiple position variables here. Is there a difference? There is no difference between this pos variable and the get world position variable. I think I'm going to remove that. Ideally, rename this to world pos. Position and the hovered star system world position. Yes, now, how did I format? Here we go. No. Distance to player. It's in the system list. was it? There we go. To string F2. For your distance there. Okay, now because we removed that method from here to get the world position, there should be a few more compile errors to resolve. Hopefully it still works the same. It should do. World position. Has my webcam stopped working? Apparently so. Resolved. And we're back. It's a very flimsy USB port. Also, I need to fix the chat because it's being cut off a little bit. Much better. Where was I? Ideally, we already have a user interface for the selected hovered system. I think you can just add the text to that instead of making a whole new canvas and making it follow the camera or the system position. Yeah. Use what we have. Just trying to think of a good place to put the text. Must be in the bottom right corner. I think I'll stick with that for now. Bottom right seems a bit better. Add a layout element just to ignore the horizontal layout group. Anchor this to the bottom right. Set the pivots to 1 and 0. Now the text to me seems a bit too stretched out. And I don't want to change the font itself. Might just have to live with that for now. Oh no. That's the distance. We also want the fuel, which I haven't calculated yet. So add that separately, distance text. We want to display both. and fuel required. Now, fuel required. I haven't implemented fuel yet, so I'm thinking about how to do that. In theory, we could use the player inventory service to calculate how much fuel we need, as long as we pass in the distance. So if I make a distance here, distance, then we can bring that down to that. Inventory service instance, calculate fuel. I don't know if that should be in the player inventory service, but let's make it work first. Calculate fuel just by the distance. And litres. Do we want it in litres? Probably not. Let's just say units for now. And then we actually want to calculate the fuel. Calculate fuel based on a distance. Copilot has the good idea. Sometimes. There we go. Right. Calculate fuel. Then we can use cannot afford. To check if we have enough fuel to do it. So how do I want to handle fuel? It could be as simple as 1 unit per light year, as Copilot says. Oh, we can do that for now. So fuel required plus distance. Now the only question is, for 1 light year, how much fuel do we want to use? Let's go with 10. Some fuel units per light year, for example. Because 1 light year in the game is just a 1x1 unity unit, so that makes it nice and easy. Calculate fuel. So that might work. Let's check. where do we want the fuel text? So we have distance text. Where do we want the fuel required? Fuel text. Perhaps this one goes above. The text is definitely too big. So, 39.27 light years was cost us 392.7 units of fuel. I'd rather use an icon there instead of units, but I'll do that off stream. So, apply those changes to the prefab, and let's see if it works first time. Okay, so this is a system we're in, obviously 0 units, 0 light years away. And if we go to a different system, or at least hover over it, 49 units of fuel required to go there. Click on it, it also reveals how many planets it has, if it's civilized, and how far away it is. Although that's not quite what I wanted. Although the line renderer is working mostly. I want it to disappear if we stop hovering over a system. Yep. So yes, it does work first time, which is always good. But I'll make it look better and tweak it after the stream. And yeah, for anyone that hasn't seen it, this is the galaxy map. In fact, I'll generate a big one. Every system is randomly generated based on a seed that you'll see on the menu. So every star you see will have its own seed, which is then passed down into like the planets and the space stations that are in that system. So if you give this seed to your friend, you will essentially have the same map, same systems, same space station locations, and even the same crew members on those space stations. So if I go for a bit of a Perlin noise style map, quite a big one. Let's go 256, always a good number. Dramatic intro. 0 gameplay. So, here's the fresh map. We have our fuel units and distance from where we currently are. Let's have a look around. I'll finish up this stream now, but yeah, this is the Galaxy map. I'm quite proud of this one. It's sort of, it's 3D, but it's still generated on a 2D matrix, really. So X and Y, X and Z coordinates, and we use the Perlin noise to set the height of the stars as well, so it has that 3D effect. I could take that further and use 3D Perlin noise, but I don't think we need that for this game. And any of these you can enter, you can go into very, very green stars. Let's find a red one. 4 planets. Yeah. Every system has a space station at the moment, but it won't be that way going forward. And let's quickly visit this planet, which has some nice rings around it. It's quite far away. So it probably has a bit of a No Man's Sky vibe here, but that's definitely not the type of game I'm making. It's more of a trading game. Yeah. And if I give the seed for this map, you would have exactly the same layout of stars. The only thing different so far would be your starting system, which is just random and not based on the seed. So yeah, I think that'll do for now, guys. Thanks for anyone that tuned in. See you later.